Greetings, everyone. I am Natasha.
And I'm Pancake. And we just want like to welcome you to Freedom Now 2021. It's going to be a night of celebration. This year has been very difficult on some folk, but we made it, you all. And we're going to just highlight, the things that have been done in this community. And Mr. Tasha going to let us know some more about that.
Well, each year we like to do something a little different from the last. This year, we're taking you to the streets where we are to show you what work still needs to be done, despite the progress politicians say have been made. We are going live and direct to show you what's really going down. There will be song, there will be movement, there will be truth, and definitely lots of love. So we ask you to join us on this journey as we heal a hurting city. So sit back and relax. Beautiful people. As you join and enjoy Freedom Now 2021. Now a word from our friend, Mike De La Rocha.
We come from you straight from Boyle Heights. Mike De La Rocha, Richard Capital, we just want to say thank you so much to LA Can. Welcome to the 22nd Freedom Now Award ceremony. LA Can is one of the most important grassroots organizations working to end houselessness, not just here in Los Angeles, but all across the country. We thank you for all that you do. We thank you for your heart, your courage, your compassion. LA Can has been at the forefront of making sure that all of us that are unhoused, all of us that need services, all of us that are in need of support are taken care of, and that we see the humanity. Tonight, there's gonna be a ton of different opportunities to learn about how you can concretely support the work of this important organization. Right here from the neighborhood, from Skid Row to Boyle Heights to Watts, all around. We are you, you are us. We thank you, LA Can, for all that you do.
Thank you, LA Can, for all the work you do on Skid Row.
Hi everybody, this is Hamid from Stop LAPD Spying Coalition. Thank you for joining us at LA Can's Freedom Now 2021. For over 2 decades, LA Can has been building community power in our collective fight for human rights. It's time to celebrate, it's time to build, and it's time to commit. I want to make an appeal to all watching to support the amazing work LA Can does. We need your support now to continue this critical work. So please dig deep, get involved, and enjoy the rest of the evening as we lift up those on the front lines and continue our beautiful struggle towards freedom. Thank you.
Freedom Now 2021 is like none other. Freedom Now 2021 is really lifting up the decisions made by Los Angeles policymakers. On the one hand, they talk about things like housing as a human right. But then on the other hand, they erect fences. Fences are nothing more than borders. Borders in a city that professes to be a sanctuary city. Freedom Now 2021, let that sink in. In a city that is purportedly progressive, our leaders are lifting fences, erecting fences. At the same time, they say we are a sanctuary city. A sanctuary for whom, you might ask. We are here tonight walking down 6th and Main Street because we think it's important to bring our supporters and our viewers to the front lines. It is important for you to see the world through our eyes. It is important for us to show you fences that double as apartheid. It is important for us to allow you to understand, in the same way that borders are enforced by the military, fences are enforced by the LAPD. Fences are enforced when we erect model statues like 4118 that makes it illegal for some Angelenos to exist, while other Angelenos, they believe, are sitting pretty and high on the hog. And so this is what Freedom Now 2021 is about. It is about chanting down Babylon. It is about bringing down the fences. It is about saying to all Angelenos, we know you want better. We know the will of the politicians is not your will. In 2021, we were able to make it, and we're still going through the latest variant of the pandemic, but we were able to make it through the COVID-19 pandemic because of you. We were able to erect and lift new models of housing like eco-hoods because of you. We were able to inform decisions that would improve the outcomes for Angelenos because of you. And at the same time, we were able to speak truth to power because of you. Smiling faces sometimes lie. And oftentimes when you look at that camera on Channel 5 or any of the other news stations, there are a lot of smiling but lying faces. But with your support, we can build community resilience and agency and speak truth to power and ensure that we can bring equity to all Angelenos. This is our message from the front lines. We want you to dig deep. We want you to join the fight. We want you to bring whatever you have to bring to bear so we can save the soul of this city, our city, Los Angeles. Freedom Now, 2021. All power to the people. Public comment is at the core of democracy here in Los Angeles, and no one brings it better than Adam Smith, the Adam Smith family. Take it away, Adam.
Right on, thanks Pete. This is public comment. You can't walk a city block nowadays without a camera in your face. An eye in the sky at the corner store at that fancy coffee place. But in every sip of that latte there's a story to be told of stolen land and stolen lives, and that story's getting old. Here in the city of the angels, there's a devil greeting beating hearts day by day. And when that devil comes to greet your friend and says, which side are you on? Tell me what it is your heart is gonna say. Money's tight, they tell us the cost of living here, you see. But what's the true cost of robbing folks of their humanity? These orgs will call themselves progressive, say their motives tried and true. But behind those massive smiles, they're trying to play us for a fool. In the city of the angels, there's a devil beating hearts day by day. And when that devil comes to greet your friend and says, which side are you on? Tell me what is it your heart is gonna say. In the city of the angels, there's a devil beating hearts day by day. When that devil comes to greet your friend and says, which side are you on? Tell me what it is your heart's gonna say. City Hall to the city bids, from Echo Park down to Venice Pier. There's different brands of reactionaries here. You can't sit or lie here. Whether badging a gun or imagine throwing means testing without fame. At the end of the day, it's police, and sometimes it's called by a different name. In the city of the angels, there's a devil greeting folks day by day. When that devil comes to see a friend and says, which side are you on? Tell me what is it your heart is gonna say. Tell me what it is your heart is gonna say. Tell me what it is our heart's gonna say.
Woo! Thank you, Adam, for that delightful tune. If you'd like to hear Adam live, log on to the Police Commission on Tuesday morning, where he'll be laying into the Board of Police Commissioners to a delightful melody. I'm Matios with the Stop LAPD Spying Coalition.
Hey, I'm Stassi from LA Can. We're going to be your hosts tonight for the 2021 Freedom Now Awards show.
That's right, we're here live from Skid Row, where we're looking forward to a night of celebration, a night of reflection, and a night of generosity.
Let's go over to our housing rights organizers, Steve and Maritza. They're a couple blocks down at the LA Can office. So Maritza, we know that the pandemic has created a situation where tenants around Los Angeles are facing housing instability. Can we hear a little bit about some of the work you've been doing this past year?
Yes, thank you, Stassi. And again, my name is Maritza. I'm with LA Can, Housing Rights Organizer. And for the past year, we have only seen, through the pandemic, the exacerbation of the problems that underlie in Los Angeles, such as, the job losses, the increasing of rents, the landlords continuing to harass the tenants, illegally and evicting tenants illegally. And so through the rent moratorium, nothing of that changed, nothing of that stopped. People were still getting evicted, people were still getting harassed. And so that is why it is so important to continue to uplift the work that we do, and the work that we do is extremely important to the health of the community.
Definitely. Hi, everyone. I'm Steve Diaz with LA Can. And definitely, it's important to highlight, right? Tenant harassment only stops with an engaged, educated base. And sort of tenant engagement, tenant education happens every Wednesday here through our weekly legal clinic, where folks have a one-on-one with an attorney from Legal Aid Foundation. They also get a one-on-one sort of education session and get the tools to go back into the neighborhood and advocate for themselves. The other part that's also that we've been engaging in order to respond, as we know there's an eviction tsunami coming, and we know that we got to be able to ensure that we're able to pay our rents. And oftentimes they create these systems, which the state did. They created an emergency rental assistance program, but didn't really invest in making sure that folks had the tools and figuring out how to apply it. And us as a community-based organization felt that it was super important to create those tools and really start engaging folks one-on-one. And we can't do that, and we need to continue to do that, and we can't do that without support from folks like you all who are watching you all who are watching us on the many multiple ways that you're watching us. So we definitely hope that you could support our work. We're expecting support, and definitely we're looking to continue to engage and be able to stay on the space and the land. But thank you so much. Back to you, Stasi and Matios.
Hey, thanks so much, Maritza and Steve, for uplifting the loss Angelenos have felt during the COVID pandemic. It's moving to hear the efforts LA Can has underway to help educate tenants and develop tools to fight back.
Last week, we also caught up with our development and women's rights organizer, Monique Noel, at the LA Can office. Let's go and roll that clip so we can hear a little bit about some of the work that's being done with women in Skid Row.
Thank you, Stasi and Mateos. I'm Monique Noel from the Downtown Women's Action Coalition here at LA Can. I have to be quiet because I'm here at the moment with DWEC. We're doing one of our monthly healing circles. We do the healing circles really to support and connect with women in the community. The needs of women in Skid Row continue to remain in the shadows despite the fact that they are the fastest growing population of unhoused people here in Skid Row. We see the incarceration rates of women just skyrocketing. Our work not only focuses on criminalization and gentrification, but it focuses on how we prepare ourselves and how we care about ourselves and how we connect and support one another. We organize to build power and we unite to heal. We understand that it isn't just about the fight, but how you prepare for the fight and how we care about one another, how we come together to heal and support one another in community. Women need safe spaces and women need housing. Women need housing now. But we need your support to continue this really important work that's happening here with women in Skid Row. If you'd like to support the women's healing work happening here in Skid Row, or if you'd like to support any of the amazing programs that's happening at LA Can, then you can go to the website, which is cangress.org, and click donate to support. Back to you, Mateus and Stasi.
I love the healing circles we do with the Downtown Women's Action Coalition. Every time I attend one, I see an expression of love, of care, of music, of healing, of art. It's just beautiful. Thank you, Monique, for sharing the work that you do with women in Skid Row.
That is beautiful. Next up, we're joined by a brilliant artist who we're so lucky to have grace us with a musical offering. I'm so honored to announce Daniel Lanois.
Some have and some have not. May goodness stay with us. It's good to know how to give. Good to know how to give. When I give, that's when I get back. That's not bad. We, by giving, we feel something in return. It's nice to be reminded of that fundamental. So again, LA Can, great folks doing a lot for those that have not. Oh. Freedom now. Freedom now. Freedom now. Freedom now.
I walk on gilded splinters in the coldest winter ever, and every lap around the sun, they keep telling me that my year will be the next one. Not this one, but the next one. And if money is freedom, then it can be no wonder from whence the hex comes. The lesson is to become less incumbent. I recall the first summer I became an adult was the last time I didn't feel ridiculous using the word fair, and being restricted in the land of the free might be the American dream's nightmare. And we pay for earth, wind, fire, water, and those of us who aggressively take stock might get to snatch a share. And like Jill Scott, they keep watching me and saying that I'm free, and it seems like you want to be free like Jaguar Wright, but the after party can't just last all night. See, this is a long game, baby. You need plots and plans that last all your life, and 6th to 5th Street dictum could dictate how bad I don't want to go back to being a nomad. See, it's hard on the individual, but as for the community, LA can, and maybe New York could, and perhaps Miami will. The real wonder is why the thunderous applause doesn't always lead to an equivalent level of financial support. It's like the wealthy just return to their cars and make a show of stuffing hope back in the trunk just before they pull off, screaming, "Pull up by your bootstraps." But that's a euphemism for you better learn to run, throw, catch, sing, dance, rap, trap, play cards, play dice that suit craps, and it might be unrealistic to assume that we could ever be free here. I mean, you may have to find solace in sneakers and how you wear your hair, jewelry, overvalued cars and streetwear. And if you leave here, you on your own. I mean, you can escape from the belly of the beast, but keep in mind, for every hiding place on earth, the United States has a drone. And then there's rendition and black sites and Supermax prison and drunk, coked out politicians and a media that specializes in multiplying dinners and divisions. It's like freedom is like a vision or a mirage, like them cats that get robbed up in a hotel thinking they was just gonna get a massage, and people balling in social media off of have check-to-check jobs, and that becomes the new popular facade. Like the original founding facade was one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And if you're asking me, what is freedom to me? Freedom is the ability to look reality in the face, to speak truth to power, and to never lose the determination to stand tall.
Wow, what a powerful piece, right? That was amazing. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, Talam.
And folks, we've been over here among the people of Skid Row in this vibrant, beautiful community. Unfortunately, we're going to have to head over to a place we don't like as much, which is the LAPD headquarters, where we'll be joined by General Dogon, civil rights organizer for LA Can, and the Stop LAPD Spying's Shakir and Nina, who are going to tell us how we're combating state-sanctioned violence.
Thank you, too. General Dogon here, and we down at LAPD headquarters, right? And I just wanted to say that this pig station is the worstest in America. They won the Meanest City Award for the way they treated poor and homeless people on Skid Row, right? Now they want you and I to believe all these gates and fences they putting up, that the city is on their job of building housing for people. But let me tell you something. Those tent carceral places that they sending people to, the Project Roof Key and the missions, are not real housing. It's only one solution to housing, and that's house keys.
Yeah, what's good, y'all? Nina from the Stop LAPD Spying Coalition, and as Dogon said, right, LAPD and the city have all these funds to have their gadgets to continue to harass, to creep, and to stalk our communities, to banish our communities, to automate displacement, but they don't have the funds to make sure that our communities are well, whether that's housing, whether that's immigration, whether that's our everyday experiences. They don't have those funds, but they do have for all these gadgets.
That's right. Yeah. Hey, I'm Shakir, Stop LAPD Spying. That's right. LAPD literally just last week came out with a $213 million proposal to expand their budget. That's a 12% increase from how they're spending it this year. Stop LAPD Spying Coalition, we're organizing against that. We're dissecting their budget. We sued them earlier this year to get all their budget records. We're diving into those records. We won that lawsuit. And just last month, we put out a new report called Automating Banishment. It's a community-based research report, came out of dozens of people, community members getting together for collective study to research LAPD's documents and to analyze how they're using data to banish people from our communities, to displace, to gentrify, to coordinate with real estate developers and city officials, all to protect white wealth and to gentrify from our neighborhoods. So that's what your support helps us advance. It helps support our community-based research, our organizing, our direct actions, and all our work. So thanks for all your support. Thanks for everything you do.
We'll take it back to you, Stasi and Matthews.
Thanks, Dogon, Nina, and Shakir for continuing the fight against state-sanctioned capitalist efforts to eradicate and banish us. As we know, the violence that capitalism wreaks takes many forms, but one thing is true of all of its manifestations. It's that poor people of color feel the brunt of it first. That's especially true of climate change, which threatens the habitability of our planet and the security of our food sources.
Definitely, yeah. Food sustains us. As you can see, we've walked a couple blocks down. Now we're at the corner of 5th and Town. A lot of food distributions actually happen here, but that doesn't change the fact that there's a lot of food instability and insecurity here. A lot of folks here in this community are unsure of when they'll receive their next meal. And this too is by design. It's intentional. And so we know that we're living with food apartheid, which is why folks don't have access to food. Let's go down over to the LA Can office so we can talk to our food justice organizer, Todd, about some of the work he's been doing this past year.
Hey there, here I am on the roof of LA Can at our organic garden. LA Can is situated in the heart of Skid Row, a well-known food desert. At the onset of the pandemic last year, shelter-in-place orders were in effect. What that actually meant was that many of the sources of food for us were actually vanished. It also meant that some of our neighbors, in fact, probably could possibly go hungry. So we responded by developing 2 weekly mutual aid events, Sunday Strong and Wellness Wednesday, where we, along with hundreds of volunteer drivers and chefs and food gifters, came together to provide lovingly prepared, fresh, nutritious meals, water, and PPE for our neighbors here in Skid Row. We're now 80,000 and counting. Amazing, right? None of this would have been possible without the undying support and commitment from 3 of our partners in particular: EIK's, Miss Rogers Neighborhood, and Polo's Pantry. We're going to try now to actually get Stasi. Stasi has gathered our partners on Zoom, where they're going to have a conversation about some of the work that they've been doing this past year, for which we're most grateful. So let's get to Stasi. Stasi, can you hear me? Stasi, can you hear me?
Hey Todd, thanks. Yeah, so we're on Zoom now. I think we're all here. I can hear everyone, but I can't see you. Are you all there? Can you all hear me? All right. Yes. Okay,
Yeah.
It sounds like everyone can hear me. Okay, great. Yeah. So the first question is for you, Ms. Rogers. So what is the purpose of mutual aid work and why do you do it?
Mutual aid work is a form of love and solidarity-based support that serves to unite the people against a common struggle. Whether that be food, housing, Medicare, disaster relief related, it's a collaborative effort amongst activists to plot, plan, strategize, and mobilize to fill our communities with the needs that are being desired at the time. We work to ensure no person is left behind and everybody eats. Personally, why I do this work, again, I've lived this, I've lived through the system, I've survived the system, and I feel it's my duty at this point, being a survivor, to pull as many people with me through this struggle and help them and assist them with whatever they need.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you, Ms. Rogers. The next question is for you, Alex. It's great to see you again. So the question is, why is it important to do mutual aid work at this time?
Yeah, I think the the pandemic made very clear, huge gaps in our systems in this country. And I think mutual aid is a very essential piece to the puzzle of making our society and our country just a more just and compassionate place for us all to live. And yeah, through relationships, really strengthening our people power network. I'm really grateful to be on this call with y'all and to be in relationship specifically with Melissa, who EX created Homie Made Meals with. And 75 weeks of bringing folks to Skid Row with y'all at LA Can and Miss Rogers, to providing almost 80,000 meals that didn't exist before the pandemic started. I think this is such necessary work that needs to be done, and having just fun and joyful times doing it and building our network, I think, is really just a blessing.
Thanks so much, Alex. The next question is for you, Melissa. So what does food apartheid look like, and how has your work responded to it?
So food apartheid, again, just to kind of get people acclimated who don't know the term, food apartheid was coined by a longtime food justice activist and Black farmer from New York called Karen Washington. She basically, food apartheid looks at the whole system, the whole food system, along with race, geography, faith, economics. This is a better way of looking at our food system because it investigates and allows us to take a deeper look at the whole thing and not just have it be siloed into different issues. What's important about this work is, like for us to really properly address food insecurity, it's it's pretty much how we kind of built this system too together, organizing with the Rogers now for some years, and with EIX and now with LA Can, we all have a role in basically addressing this together. Not one organization can do it alone. It's important for us to work together. And it's also important for us to also make sure that we center the community in the work, and because the community pretty much understands its own struggles, its own resources, its own solutions. And so that's really kind of how we kind of see ourselves in this work. We work with Miss Rogers in Compton and in other areas too, through South LA, EX too, with Homie Made Meals. It's like we have to pretty much lean on the leadership of community leaders, which is why when we came to Skid Row, we linked up with LA Can, and pretty much 20 months later, here we are. And so I think it's important for us to remember that we have to work together to be able to properly address this issue. So.
Thank you so much for that answer, Melissa. And thank you all so much for joining me tonight. It was great to hear from you and to hear about the work you've been doing. Have a great night. So every year we get to honor some of the folks who've been doing the work with us all year long with the Freedom Now Award. It's my great honor to introduce the first awardee with the Freedom Now Award for 2021. It's Lorraine Moreland. We want to uplift this sister. She's compassionate and powerful, and she's been doing the work with LA Can in the Skid Row community for the past decade. She protects women in Skid Row like they're her own daughters. She uses art to break down barriers and to build up community. It's my honor to announce the first Freedom Now Award for tonight. Thank you, Lorraine Moreland.
Oh my goodness. This is such a privilege to accept this award from LA Can. They have helped me in so many ways, and here they are honoring me. I should be honoring them, because we try to bring powerful justice to our situation here. We try to help people. They help me, and they taught me so much about helping people. This is a beautiful place to get started all over again, because they help people that's less than fortunate. And we need you to come and help LA Can with anything that you have to build that power and have that justice. Thank you very much.
Beautiful. Congratulations and thank you for all you do. So much of the work we do here at LA Can centers around community engagement. Damon Tandy is a force in this community. He's an educator that provides important information that impacts lives. He's an artist. Hey, what's up, Sassy? He's an example of the shining brilliance of youth. Today we're going to recognize Damon and his passion to uplift Skid Row, to combat the harmful rumors that surround homelessness. Congratulations, Damon, on your Freedom Now Award.
It is such an honor to be a Freedom Now honoree. I've been with LA Can for a little bit over a year, helping out with different branches and committees within them, including the Arts and Culture Committee. Now, me personally, I support LA Can and its fight for social justice because I believe that, especially in this time of emotional and political turmoil, it is extremely essential to give a voice to those who are left ignored and unseen by the public eye and society in general. Now, I also support organizations like these because I really believe that it is important to support grassroots organizations like LA Can, because without the support of you and me and the actions that we can take, we can't really hope to achieve any of the dreams that we set out to do. Once again, thank you so much, and back to you, Matios and Stasi.
Thanks so much for all your hard work, Damon. We appreciate you. Next, we've known him from Regulate to You Know That. It's Warren G. is our next Freedom Now 2021 awardee. So this year we saw Warren G come down and serve countless hot meals to unhoused folks in this community. Not only is he a masterful music maker, but he cares deeply about community, and we saw that when he came down here. We saw smile after smile as folks forgot about the harsh conditions and they enjoyed a hot meal from Warren G.
Yeah, that's right, Stasi. And obviously it's important to care for and take care of one another. So today we want to honor Warren G for embodying that love and compassion. Congratulations, Warren G, on your Freedom Now Award.
Check this out. This your boy, Warren G. Want to thank you guys so much for nominating me for an award. I did it out of love, man. I'm not looking for, a bunch of things. I did it out of love and just trying to help. Much love, you guys, and thank you for the award. Rest in peace, General Jeff. That was a good dude. Everybody out there that's putting in work down there to help the homeless on Skid Row. Much love to all you guys, man. I'll be back down there again. Don't trip. We're going to have some fun again. Thank you guys once again for the award. Much love.
Thanks so much, Warren G. Our next award goes to Latham and Watkins, a longtime pro bono partner of LA Can and one of LA's biggest law firms. They've been instrumental in developing and pushing forward our Eco Hoods project, and we're so proud to honor them tonight. We look forward to working with them to provide low-income housing to the poorest Angelenos.
Yep. So we have Aaron Potash here to accept the award on behalf of his colleagues.
Hey, good evening all. I'm Aaron Potash of Latham and Watkins, and we at Latham are deeply honored to accept the 2021 Freedom Now Award from LA Can. And we're grateful to have the opportunity to assist LA Can with the vital work that you do. I accept this award on behalf of a large Latham and Watkins team. Maria Hoy, Kim Boris, Pablo Clark, Sebastian Wadier, and Steve Mock. We're proud to support you and your team, Pete, in your fight to create housing for those who need it most. We've been so impressed by LA Can's work. Some people talk about what needs to be done to create a more just society. LA Can actually does the work. And we can't wait to continue helping you. Thank you so much. And back to you, Matios and Stasi.
Go. Hey, thanks so much, Aaron. Our next awardee is Tricia Geminilla. At the start of the COVID-19 pandemic, Tricia reached out to LA Can and asked what Skid Row needed. Skid Row was forgotten about and sheltering in place was not a reality. Tricia helped us meet our needs with our sanitation stations and helped find us parts that our local hardware stores just didn't have.
Yep, Tricia bought van loads full of blankets, food, and other supplies. When other folks were closing their doors and running away from community, Tricia ran towards community head first. We thank you so much, Tricia, and we're honored to present a Freedom Now Award to you.
Thank you, Stassi, Matios, and LA Can for this award. Thank you, Pete White and Professor Francois Barr at USC. This is an incredibly humbling and unexpected honor. The COVID-19 pandemic has been devastating. It has been especially devastating for those communities that lack basic necessities like soap and water. So when I heard of the hand washing station project from Professor Barr, I said to myself, what a simple solution. How could I not help? After building the structures with just 20-gallon trash cans and electrical junction boxes, I asked my nieces and nephews to design them. By doing this, I challenged them to experience the joy of giving back and helping others. In the end, they were the ones that challenged me. It was their positive imagination and their inspirational solidarity that made me want to further my work with LA Can. Since then, I've been committed to providing necessities to our sisters and brothers on Skid Row. By being here tonight, I am holding myself to the task of uplifting our community and reaching for a more equitable future. We are called to action not only in this moment, but every day. Thank you again, and thank you to my family, my friends, and my team at Drop In. I share this with all of you. And now for a special performance by Ricky Byers.
Hi, everybody. My name is Ricky Byers, and I want to say congratulations to Tricia for her award. She won an award for being an amazing being on Skid Row, doing wonderful work. And somebody else that was on Skid Row doing wonderful work was General Jeff. So we want to take a moment to remember him, an important leader taken too soon. But this is Freedom Now. And I want to sing a song about freedom. It's called Freedom, Freedom. Freedom, freedom. This is a song about freedom. Freedom for our sons and daughters. Freedom for earth, sky, and water. Freedom. This is a song about freedom. Freedom for our sons and daughters, freedom for earth, sky, and water. Freedom. This is a call for our freedom. Freedom to feel with compassion. Freedom to live love in action. And now I know I can make a change in my life and maybe yours. We need to make the choice to open up all the doors. Why must we feel the pain, misery, and agony when we could all coexist in freedom? Freedom. What is the plan for our freedom? Freedom for mothers and fathers. Freedom to dwell beyond borders. Freedom. What is the plan for our freedom? Freedom for mothers and fathers. Freedom to dwell beyond borders. And now I know I can make a change in my life and maybe yours. We need to make the choice to open up all the doors. Why must we feel the pain, misery, and agony when we could all coexist in freedom? Freedom, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, and now I know I can make a change in my life and maybe yours. We need to make the choice to open up all the doors. Why must we feel the pain, misery, and agony coexist in freedom when we could all coexist in freedom? Freedom, yeah. freedom, freedom. This is a song about freedom, freedom for our sons and daughters, freedom to dwell beyond borders, freedom to dwell beyond borders, freedom for earth, sky, and water. Thank you.
We miss you, General Jeff. Rest in power.
You may have heard it said that a budget is a moral document. What can be said about Los Angeles' morality when we look at how city officials choose to spend the city's vast resources? A city that spends $3.1 billion on the most murderous police force in the country, while 5 unhoused people die a day due to a lack of permanent housing, can't be said to value life. A city that will have increased its police budget by more than 50% in the past decade, while a quarter of its residents face housing insecurity, can't be said to want to nurture community or health. Los Angeles city officials have shown us time and time again that they're morally bankrupt, that we can't count on them to enact the values that we believe in.
But thankfully, we're here to hold them accountable, to pressure them to serve the Angelinos most in need. But we don't have their vast resources. Ask yourself, do the city's values reflect your own? If not, then please give to our work. Our work is sustained by community members who donate. So please visit the link at the bottom of your screen, kangaroo.org, and hit the donate button.
Wow, what an amazing night. I'm Natasha, this is Pancake, and we're both members of the LA Can Arts and Culture Committee. We'd like to thank all of you for joining us tonight, and a special thanks goes out to our hosts, Stassi and Matios. What do you think, Pancake?
I wholeheartedly agree with you, Natasha. It's been a most wonderful evening here at our 2021 Freedom Now Awards, and you know, it's about time to say good night to you folks. But first of all, we'd like to leave with you a beautiful musical tapestry brought to you by the LA Can Arts and Cultural Committee, along with some amazing residents of Skid Row. We love you all. God bless you. See you next year. Peace out.
Bye-bye. Good night. See you next time. Don't forget to donate.
Sometimes in our lives, we all have pain. We all have sorrow.
But if we are wise, we know that there's always tomorrow.
Lean on me when you're not strong. I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. For it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on.
I want you to know, don't go just be my bro or my sis and assist me, yeah. I want you to know, don't go just be my bro or my sis and assist me. When I go MIA, Just know that I'm present in mind. Take a step back, try looking through my eyes. Don't be surprised, you don't like what you find. Forgive me if I'm ever all but too kind. Got the disorder that alters my mind. I ain't trying to make no excuses. Sometimes I let feeling so useless. I know what y'all do, but I'm trying to tell you, maybe mine a little different. When I do what I do and I move how I move, sometimes I might need your assistance. You got me, I got you when I'm speaking the truth. Deep down, we are fighting affliction. Be different when I'm in remission. I'm no longer blind to the symptoms. I want you to know. Don't go just be my bro or my sis and assist me, yeah. I want you to know. Don't go just be my bro or my sis and assist me, yeah. Please swallow your pride. If I have things that you need to borrow, you need to borrow. For no one can feel for. No one can feel those of your needs. Those of your needs that you won't let show. That you won't let show. We all need somebody to lean on. We all need somebody to lean on. When I push you away, don't you think that I'm fake? No, I want you to stay. Ay. I got some demons here locked away so many years and they showing their face. Ay. So when I'm making moves and y'all don't approve, just know I don't code with the pain. Sometimes I get low, real low like Kurt Cobain when I blow my brains. But I cannot go like that, gel on my tire fly. I cannot cry like a chiropractor. Suicide, no longer a choice. I just think about before and after. More disaster for my family. I really hope y'all understand me. Know that I'm trying. All of that actions don't leave me behind. That's when the fear deep demon in mine. That's why I keep my true feelings inside. I gotta apply my dip when I slide. That can get dangerous. I'm working so hard just to change it. Please bear me up. I never asked you to spare me the thoughts in my mind to scare me, so I don't want nobody near me. Stepping myself when I ain't thinking clearly. Okay, I push you away, but don't want you to leave me. When I be tweaking, it's never that easy. Hey, yeah. Okay, I push you away, but don't want you to leave me. When I be tweaking, it's never that easy. Hey, yeah.
Lean on me
when you're not strong.
I'll be your friend.
And I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. For it won't be long. So I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Lean on me. When you're not strong,
I'll be your friend.
I'll be your friend.
And
I'll help you carry on. For it won't be long. So I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. I said, lean on me. You can lean on me. Oh, lean on me. You can lean on
I'll
me.
be your brother.
Lean on me. You can lean on me.
I'll be your friend.
Lean on me. You can lean on me.
You can depend on me.
Lean on me. You can lean on me.
Lean on me.
Lean on me.
Hey.
You can lean on me. Lean on me. You can lean on me.
Lean on me.
Lean on me. You can lean on me.
Lean on me.
Lean on me. You can lean on
I
me.
said you can lean on
Lean on me.
me.
You can lean on me.
You can lean on me.
Lean on me. You can lean on me.
Last time and
Lean on me. You can lean on me.
one more time and
Lean on me. You can lean on me. You can lean on me. I don't think they caught up with Thank you.
Freedom now, 2021, y'all.
Yeah.
Let's do this. Yeah. You give to this wonderful work.